Hey everybody, good afternoon to you. Mark again here, WeatherMan Plus. This is a Friday afternoon tropical update. Got some pretty big news too. Hope y'all having a great Friday out there. Hit that like button if you're enjoying these tropical updates. Y'all did great on the first video, so definitely was going to do an update for you. God bless you all. If you've never been here before, hello. My name is Mark. I do upload every single day, just not Friday from sundown to Saturday from sundown. That's Sabbath. I will break Sabbath if we have a major hurricane coming on, of course, but I will make sure otherwise you have the information you need to cover you while I'm gone. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because I am all year around. Matter of fact, you can even ask the community. They'll tell you this is a good place to be. Welcome aboard. Now I'm going to try and get through this pretty quick, guys. Remember, the timestamps are always in the description to save you time, help you navigate around the video the easiest way. Plus, that way it gives me enough time to edit this, upload it to you guys, and hang out for at least a half an hour before I go into Sabbath and answer any questions that you may have. Now, Tropical Depression Fred, still over here running west, about 15 miles per hour. It has 34 miles per hour winds. And I do have the updates on that. It's going to be pretty much disorganized all the way until it gets a little western in Cuba. But then it's going to be tropical storm winds expected you need to worry about. Matter of fact, you have tropical storm watches out in this light blue right here. It's a tropical storm watch. And you have tropical storm warnings in this dark blue. That's still the same from earlier. But if you notice, as it gets closer towards land, now they have some high-end tropical storm winds that could be somewhere towards Panama City and Crestview. So this will update as we get closer, but that's pretty much where it's looking at now. And you can see how much on the heels and almost the exact location NOAA's picking up for Tropical Depression 7 now. It has been named as Tropical Depression 7. Matter of fact, I'm showing this will become a hurricane by the time it gets by Puerto Rico. And the main factor that's going to play on Tropical Depression 7, whether it turns into a major hurricane, it will be Tropical Storm Grace. It has a good potential to be a Hurricane Grace right here by Puerto Rico. I'll show you. But as the models show that it's going to go over Dominican Republic, very high mountains. But some of the models show that it will take that northern track, and that's what's been trending as a northern track. Matter of fact, we've been picking up here at my channel for about a week now of hurricane force winds right above the Bahamas, and it's been a good solid week. Now if it rides along Dominican Republic and goes over Cuba, it will stay weak just like Tropical Depression Fred is doing. But what I'm showing is it could either go north or it can go south from Dominican Republic and then go to the Gulf, be a little bit of a weaker system on the Western Caribbean, then doing something in the Gulf of Mexico later on. The majority of the trends has been showing that it will take a northern push. It has a lot of convective activity, a lot of updraft going in this storm. Plus, if you look at the cloud tops, not only can you see that this thing is really breathing really good in the center of this storm, trying to get a center, trying to get a eye of the storm, it is breathing really high in the atmosphere, no problem. Now you see some convection, some very high cloud tops starting to burst out of the northwest side of this storm. It's starting to strengthen up. Matter of fact, we even have tropical storm wind fields expected along the route as it goes towards the Antilles, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. So I definitely believe Puerto Rico, you really have an issue coming. If not a tropical storm, a potential hurricane. Now they have updated this, not only Tropical Depression Fred, but now you have Tropical Depression 7. It has it at 35 miles per hour. It is literally a tropical depression about to be a tropical storm. And there will be tropical storm impacts. And it's moving fast. It's moving west at 22 miles per hour, and Fred is only moving 12 miles an hour. This is almost going to double the speed. This will literally catch up to Fred. By the time Fred gets over here by the Panhandle, Tropical Depression 7 is going to be right past Haiti and Dominican Republic. Then we're going to know whether it intensifies north or in the Gulf. And your update on your rainfall, it has changed. Everything's shifted a little bit to the west. I even expect later on this afternoon on the update, 8 o'clock update, I will post it on my channel. Sun goes down around 8:30 over here, so I will post that before I go into Sabbath. But I believe this will move even further west again. All this rainfall that you see over southern Florida, I believe this orange here will leave because I believe this will shift west again. But right now NOAA has the light green and 1 to 2 inches. This is also for Georgia, eastern Alabama, and for South Carolina. The dark green is 2 to 4 inches. The light yellow is 4 to 6 inches, and this orange is 6 to 10 inches. And I believe this will shift a little bit more west. Now, the flash flooding has updated also. The light green over the whole southeast is marginal for flash flooding, but now you have this big section going across the panhandle of Florida that's been attached to all this area here that's a slight for flash flooding. So through Saturday, you have a marginal for southern Florida all the way through Sunday morning. Then the slight risk is going to come in for southern Florida. And then through Monday morning is when it's going to go up the west coast of Florida to the panhandle for the slight risk. And I changed my mouse a little bit. I had somebody tell me to make it bigger so you can see. I hope this is big enough for you. But now the winds are showing coming from Tropical Depression 7, coming all the way across Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, all the way into the coast. And you can see the tropical storm force winds coming from Tropical Depression, Tropical Storm Fred, has shifted to the west. Everybody is very much in the light for the 20 to 30%. The 30% is right here by Tallahassee. The 20% is for Florida, with up to 10% in the dark green. Jamaica, you look like you're okay on winds so far, as well as the Cayman Islands. So far, you look like your winds will be okay. And NOAA still has this as a depression coming out as a tropical storm when it comes out by 2 p.m. on Saturday for the Florida Keys, staying a tropical storm all the way to the Florida Panhandle, then being a depression all the way up to Kentucky by Wednesday. Landfall expected by 2 p.m. on Monday, sometime around then. Another thing you're going to have to watch for as this tropical cyclone, tropical depression comes into the Gulf of Mexico, there will be some rain bands. So for tomorrow, you have a 2% chance for tornadoes as this passes by. And the next day, you have a 5% chance for severe weather. They don't have it yet for tornadoes, but I believe you have to worry about it as well. As long as it keeps its strength and bringing them rain bands around, you will have to worry about tornadoes and possible water spouts. Now, the whole run, according to the GFS, shows greatly that most of this rainfall has gone offshore into the Gulf of Mexico, and you don't need to worry about Florida getting a whole bunch of rain. It was showing light amounts. This is the full run. This is 7 days. Maybe 2-3 inches coming from southeast, maybe for Georgia, northern Florida with a spot of 4 to 5 inches. Maybe the coast of western Florida getting 4 inches. And I expect this to go a little more west, where this would be less. Matter of fact, if you look at the Euro, it's showing that as well, that it is going to be a shift to the west. And you can see it in the track wobble to the west. But it has that heavy impacts on Florida. Those are gone now. And it shows a full run that it could put heavy rainfall for Alabama, northern Georgia, upstate South Carolina still, eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina, up to 5 to 6 even more inches of rainfall expected. There could be a stall right there as that cold front comes down. Matter of fact, a cold front, which we have again coming when Grace comes, of course, every single time it seems like, is going to be playing a factor for Grace as well. The GFS is still showing that it will stay on land all the way until western Cuba. That will keep that weak and don't have enough time to really be something super major in the Gulf. And in 48 hours, be right here to the west of Florida Keys. And it's still showing that it will go west towards the Florida Panhandle. Before it shows that it curve out and then curve in. Now it's showing it will go west. Even the global tracks are showing that this will take that western push towards a little bit more western in the Florida Panhandle. So I believe all these impacts that NOAA has, I believe they'll be shifted west at the 8 p.m. update. Now the global guidance for Tropical Depression 7, which will be Grace, brings it where it'll be close to the islands and getting closer towards Puerto Rico somewheres a little bit after 48 hours. This 72 hours right here in this red, this is an outlier. But 48 hours, it will be close to Puerto Rico, and I am showing that it has a good chance to be a hurricane. Now, once it gets off Dominican Republic and Haiti, then we're going to get the real impacts, the real tracks that's going to be updated from NOAA. Because they don't know anything, just like nobody else knows anything, until this gets off land. And so far, I'm showing it will go north from Dominican Republic and not southern. And it will actually start getting loose, and the land won't weaken it down on Cuba. Anyhow, 5 days, it has it somewheres within this big area of eastern Bahamas, off the edge of Cuba within 5 days. Or it could be right below Cuba down here within 5 days. This is your general location in 5 days. In Puerto Rico, I sure hope you've been watching my videos, because this literally gives you 2 days or less to get prepared in case this is something to worry about. Now the GFS is taking it where it's going to go northern on the Dominican Republic. Matter of fact, a lot of models are even showing that it will be a northern track after Dominican Republic. and then it'll get towards the center of Florida. So we will see. It's still a ways away. I mean, this is literally 4 days before we know what it's going to do for Dominican Republic. At that point, we will get the true answer of what's going to come out of this storm. Until then, nobody can be for sure. And the GEPS is still showing it will be a big northern push, and it will start immediately and go off towards South Carolina still. Matter of fact, the last 2 runs has still been showing a major hurricane right there. So Tropical Depression 7 is a tropical depression, and it already has tropical storm watches out for Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and Antilles. Already got tropical storm watches put out for this storm. Now, Tropical Storm Fred is predicted to be a tropical storm in about 36 hours. Most of the ensembles has it as a weaker tropical storm, gaining strength within 3 days. It's about 50 knot winds. That's almost 55, close to 60 miles per hour winds. Most of it's going to be over the Gulf of Mexico. Now, potential Tropical Cyclone 7 shows that not only will it go all the way up to a Cat 1 hurricane possibility with a little bit past 2 to 2.5 days, and that's where it's going to be by Puerto Rico. Then after it goes over Dominican Republic and Haiti, then it's going to intensify again. Now, they're not showing that it has a lot of strength. They're thinking, hey, it's going to just carry along land just like Fred did and stay weak. But I guarantee you, in 4 days, 96 hours, it will be across Dominican Republic and Haiti, and we will know for sure whether this goes up or whether they're right. Because I guarantee you this is not correct. Not what I've been seeing with all the trending. This strength is going to go up. And for once, the NNIC, that's usually an outlier, I, for once, believe what it's saying on this intensity. Now, when you look at the potential places it could be, literally in 4 days, 84 hours, this one right here, E3, it shows that it can go northern towards the Bahamas, just like we've been seeing, intensify and go a little bit south after the Bahamas, go right in between Florida and Cuba, and get super strong, and then curve right into the Florida Panhandle with what y'all dealing with, just like Fred. If you look right here on E16, you can see it would be weak, and then all of a sudden blow up and go right across Florida, right to the Panhandle. You look on E17, it'll show you that it will go northern right after Puerto Rico, stay southern in the Bahamas, that's 2 of them that's showing that, and then get into the Gulf of Mexico, intensify, and curve south, somewhere towards Monterey, Mexico. If you look right here on 30, you can see how it stays right by the Caribbean. It does take that northern push, and it shows just like we've been showing. It goes northern through the Bahamas, goes by Florida, and goes right up the southeast. So look at the SpaghettiOs and see what that could look like. You can see right here, within 72 hours, you got Tropical Depression, Tropical Storm Fred going towards the Panhandle of Florida. And you have your Tropical Depression 7, Grace, right here, going northern of Puerto Rico, like it goes northern right over the islands and stays northern on Puerto Rico. Then it starts going forward, intensifies towards the Bahamas like we've been seeing, but stays southern. Then it intensifies greatly, curves in, big major storm right there at the Panhandle of Florida. 950 millibars or less. I saw 942. You can see that one right here a little bit closer on E3. You see how much land it actually would cover if that would play out. Look how much it grows. And it stays strong all the way on land. That is a big storm. And to show you what is different, this is according to the icon model. You have Fred here. You have Tropical Depression 7 here as it takes a northern push. It's showing northern also. Then it goes towards Bahamas, starts intensifying, then heads towards Florida. So that is possible as well. Now the H-Wharf, this is your Antilles Islands. As the H-Wharf shows that Tropical Depression 7 passes there, it will start strengthening, going down to a tropical storm. And as it gets closer towards Puerto Rico, it shows it going right below Puerto Rico, getting down to a 980 hurricane right below Puerto Rico as it travels towards Dominican Republic as a 977. Plus another factor that's going to play into this storm. The troposphere is going to be moving everything around, and we have to know where every high pressure and sense is going to be, especially every upper level low that can cause shear on this storm. And you can see right around the 23rd, This is according to the Euro. This is your Arctic oscillation. It lets you know when a cold air is going to come in, and they come in with big high pressures. And it's not serious temperatures yet. I did show 60s in the other video. But around the 22nd to the 24th, there will be a dip of cold air. Euro not showing it such a big dip. But the GFS is showing that from the 22nd all the way to the 25th will be a huge dip all the way into the southeast of our country and stay all the way to the 27th. So the GFS shows that this cold air will come in even deeper, and that could block things from coming across the east coast or the southeast of the U.S. And that would be one reason why this would change course and veer straight towards Florida, maybe going over Florida into the Gulf, or right below Florida and going into the Gulf. That would be the only difference. Euro would not show that. The Euro would show it maybe going up towards the coast. The GFS is going to show this cold front's going to chase it away from the coast. So that's what we need to look for. Not only which way it goes after it passes over Dominican Republic and Haiti, also which one is correct on this next cold front. And that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the update. If you did, please hit that like button. Share this information on social media if you have friends and family in this area. If you don't use it, just hit the like button. YouTube would suggest it for you. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Hope you all have a very blessed day and a very happy Friday. Me, I'm about to go eat some fried fish. No, not going to eat fried. Me, I'm about to go eat some tilapia and what? Just tilapia?
Yeah. Some salmon.
Salmon? Me, I'm about to go eat some salmon and some corn on the cob and some sweet potatoes, maybe some green beans. So I will be here until sundown to answer any comments or any questions that y'all may have, so please ask. If you've never been here before, I love talking to my community. I answer every question. If you have anything, or if you just want to say hello. I know these times can get kind of lonely for those that are locked up, so God bless you. Now, continuing on with our Revelation, this morning we did Revelation 20, and now we're doing Revelation 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I saw John, the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And there came unto me one of the seven angels which had the seven vials full of the seven last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. And he had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, and on the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. And he measured the wall thereof 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. And the building of the wall of it was a jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third a chalcedony, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysoprase, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th a amethyst, and the 12th gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon, to shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. And there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination, or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. Amen. God bless you all. Hope you have a great Friday night. I hope this update did help you all ease some of your questions. I did tell you some things that we do need to look for. That way we know what to expect. There's a couple things. Thank you again for visiting my channel today, especially twice. Hope you have a very blessed weekend. All glory does go to Yahweh, God of Jacob. Amen. Hallelujah, guys. Have a blessed night.